Any one of these topics could be a dedicated video, but I have to make a video, so here we go. Okay, I'm gonna cover some stuff. Sugar. I had a memory today that I don't think I've ever thought of from my childhood. And I remember in grade school, like early grade school, like first years, primary 1, 2, where I used to go around to the kids and I used to beg them for their treats. I don't know, we call Vachon cakes in Canada, but they would be like, we don't have Twinkies, and well, we didn't then. Like fake pastries and stuff that you had for lunches. I never had that in my house. We actually had very little sugar. I remember molasses being a staple. Now I think it's two things. I think my mother was really cheap and also trying to be healthy. They were like pseudo hippies, maybe, as much as they could be for not being exposed to anything like that. It doesn't live up to my health food standards, but I think she tried. There was sugar in the house. It's funny that I didn't take a spoon to it. You know what I probably did? When I got older and started making my own money, which didn't take long because I got out there and started making money as soon as I possibly can. That's coming up with narcissism. Let's skip ahead. What else did I want to talk about? Religion. I think I got a lot of unfollowers yesterday from my last video, because I freaked out I just got a little too passionate about religion. Now listen, if I think too much about religion, then I get really, really angry. It just really upsets me right now. All over the world, people are treated really, really poorly, and so much of it has to do with religion. This being said, I'm very spiritual. I follow a lot of like YouTubers that are super religious. And when it comes from a good place, I don't mind it. When I start thinking about it too much, then I get a little angry, because they're fairy tales. Things like this don't happen. We don't take ribs out of our body and create another human being. Snakes don't talk. These things just don't happen. There's some of the stories are very silly. A lot of them have good messages. There's also a lot of horrible things in there too. That's religion. Anyway, if it works for you and it makes you do good and be good, then I'm all for it. I didn't think I'd be able to fit all this stuff in, but I'm pushing through these issues. What was the other thing? We had narcissism. That's a long one. What's the other one? Oh, jealousy. We'll go with that. It's all coming down to narcissism. I get really jealous. Sometimes, especially now on the internet, everybody's Instagrams and stuff. It just really makes me really sad and feel really bad about myself. Now I realize that not everything we see is real, but sometimes things are real. Like, I'm just watching something, then there's these people who look perfect, and then maybe they're a doctor, and then you find out, oh, they also can play a musical instrument perfectly, or 12 musical instruments, and then all of these other accomplishments. Like, what is wrong with me? And I realize I have a lot going for me, but at the same time, I don't really, not in comparison to people with work ethic and crazy education and talent. Like, I don't have any of that stuff, which is, oh God, let's just get into the narcissistic part. I also saw something on social media about how narcissism can't be healed, and this might be very narcissistic of me, but I think I healed my narcissism as much as possible, as much as I can get jealous of muscular doctors who play concertos. Oh, let me step back a second. The jealousy thing does stem back to, all of this is probably being connected. I remember my parents raving over kids that they would see. Like, if there was some kid playing like the violin on television and they were like, 4 or something, like my parents would freak out. And then me not having any attention paid to them or for the wrong reasons, right? And that's how you create a narcissist. Like, I've seen this many times before and I've read stuff on this before, and it's kind of sad and scary that you can't fix it. And it does stem back to attention for the wrong reasons. Do you really believe that you can't fix these things? Anyway, so I believe that I have fixed it. First of all, there was a time when I was a kid, there was a time in my life where there was no way you were taking a picture of me because I just thought I was hideous and felt hideous. I think I felt I was so pretty that I was hideous. I remember old people didn't know if I was a boy or a girl. And this is when I was like older, probably 7. So I know that probably means that I was really cute, if you can't tell. The thing is, I would see myself in my head as somebody else. But you know what? I think who I thought I saw in my mind of what I look like, so that I would cringe when I actually caught my reflection, was what I look like today. Or maybe that just goes to being healed. And then I got older, so then I got to this point where, social media was a big thing too. Anyway, I would take a lot of selfies before people were taking selfies. I made it an art form. I was doing this whole Sidney Sherman thing. I would just take thousands of pictures of myself and I put all over the internet, and they're still there today. I probably really liked the attention that I got from it. But then I started doing things that I was more passionate about, like with the toys. It was mostly toys. It's the toys. Nowadays, right now, I just am so devoted to passion. And it's so hard for me to do anything that I'm not passionate about. However, this is pandemic, no money coming in at all right now. I mean, no, I get a couple $100 from YouTube. That would pay for groceries, maybe. Not even. I should probably not eat every second day. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know what kind of other job I get. I don't know if my regular work will return to the way that it is. I've always been a hedonist because everything else makes me so miserable. Filling my life and my days with the things that bring me so much joy. Like, I can spend hours listening to toys, talking about toys, looking at toys, or good movies and good stories, and there aren't enough hours for me to fill my day with stuff that I'm passionate about, which is why, those people who are the crazy geniuses who are multi-talented. Maybe they're an artist and they play musical instruments and they're really handsome and have huge muscles and stuff. Then you find out that they have this social anxiety and manic depressant. I mean, as much as a few videos back, I did talk about suicide. But when I talk about suicide, it's just that life is so awesome and perfect for me right now. But it's not sustainable. I'm in huge trouble. So I'm just thinking of a way out, a way to end on a good note. But as manic as I am, and as much social anxiety I'm capable of, that's not me, because I live for things that I love, the things that I'm passionate about. There's like TV shows and movies that I can watch over and over again. They're my excuses for friendships because they're perfect people in perfect worlds with perfect values that I respect. I think I would like David E. Kelly as a person because he writes how I feel and see the world. I can't be in a relationship because I destroy people in relationships. I'm very cruel because I don't have time for that. And that can't be fixed, apparently. I've made it so life is tolerable and life is good, and I don't do YouTube for people's praise. I started doing it for the right reasons. I started doing it because I wanted to be able to not hate the way that I see myself, not hate the way that my voice sounds, to be able to put myself out there without being embarrassed. Now, if I was to do this with somebody in the room, I might be able to do it now. It gets better and better all the time. And that comes with age, too. The less you care, the older you get. But things are too good right now, and I'm really in trouble. The longer the pandemic goes on, my credit card will run out. Oh, man. I had to pay a plumber today. I was hoping to pay with my credit card because that would be okay, but I had to pay with the cash, the very little cash that I have left. It's a good thing that I made sure that I had a little bit left because I kind of thought there might be some kind of emergency. I might have thought that it would have been a toy emergency. My toys aren't selling, and I'm only allowed to sell $500 worth of toys on eBay, which I didn't know that. You have to build up some kind of eBay clout to be able to sell more. So that is super scary. But the toys aren't selling. So I don't know if I have to put them really, really cheap, cheaper than what they're actually worth. I already did put them cheaper than anybody else has asked for them anytime recently. And they're still not selling. And I was just hoping that I would pump this out. And I'm hoping that you can contact them once a month is over and say, hey, please up my limit now that I've got good feedback and stuff. And I don't know, the shipping might be really high to the United States. Nobody buys in Canada. Canada's a really bad place to sell anything or to do anything. The population is really low and the country is really big. People who are famous musicians here, they have to be bartenders and stuff. It's a weird place. Anyway, so that's everything. I love you. I'm so happy, but I'm really worried, super worried. I have all kinds of toys that I can sell now. I'm totally would sell them, but I put 2 things on eBay and I'm already at my maximum limit and I'm just waiting for them to sell. And then $500 is not going to pay my rent either. Maybe I have to sell each toy for $2. I think I said that once before. I love you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Oh, we're at 500. I don't usually talk about these things. I don't do it on my other channel because I'm super embarrassed that I'm that pathetic. Listen, I'm not even going to go now. I feel Canadian. I feel just not good enough. I really think that it's a reality. I'm not really handsome. I have an okay body. I don't have an awesome body. I don't work out or anything. So of course I don't have super muscles. I don't hardly brush my teeth. Of course I'm not handsome. The video's not. You thought you were getting away. It's not over yet. I can do a lot of things. I'm really good at doing, but only a little bit. Wishy-washy. That's what I call Canada. I sometimes hint on YouTube that it's probably just me trying to get a little bit of sympathy, narcissism, when I say these things because it's not working out. YouTube doesn't work out for me. I don't have this big, huge following. It's not good enough. I hope it's the algorithm. I'm pretty weird. And this brings me back to the people with the depression and the anxiety. So many of YouTubers fall under that category. I don't want 1 million subscribers. I want enough to pay my rent, which I think is just 100,000 subscribers. But is it the algorithm or am I just that cringy or uninteresting? I think I'm pretty weird. I think I'm pretty interesting. I like my videos and I make my videos for myself. So, and that's supposed to be good enough. Oh, I forget what I was thinking there. Something maybe I'm not good enough. I like me though. So all of these things that happened wouldn't change a thing. That's kind of a cliche thing to say. I like who I am. I really like my values. I respect my values. I'm passionate about what I like. And things are quite black and white for me. I either like something or I don't like something. And I'm not afraid to learn and flip-flop on that and like something that I hated. I'll do that. I'm open-minded enough. I love you. Can't believe you watched this whole video. You're awesome. And if you did, I did. I felt it right there. That's a religious experience for me, to know that someone cares. So I love you. I love you. See ya. We'll see you real soon, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see you soon.